Hey, Periscope. Hello. Let me just get my Facebook Live up here. Hello. We've got it all going on. All right. Hey, you guys. Welcome. Come on in. And we will get started. Hi, Tracy. Who else we have? Mama. Hi, Kayla. Rachel. Who's excited for November? I love this time of year. Is it time to get the holiday music going? Who's a fan? Tap the screen if you have holiday playlists ready to rock. Hi, Jill. Thanks for helping me out today. Oh, cool. Hi, Hillary. Yeah, that was fun to make. What'd you think of the post-convention tour? We've actually, we're closing out the series here in London, November 14th. Costa Rica One Piece, that is right. Oh my gosh, that was just like such a typical conversation. Hey, Facebook Live, let me dock my phone. Oh, you had Laura Jacobs there. She is phenomenal. She is so wise. She's one of the wisest health coaches. Hey, Mom to Jade, what's your first name? Let me tick your screen here. Lita. Awesome. Nice to have you here live. Yes, so poised. Absolutely. She was amazing at convention too. Okay, around. Hi, Facebook Live. How are we doing here? Can somebody let me know what the pixelation is like on Periscope right now? I was having some issues last week. Hey, Keely. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good, yay! Yay, yay, yay. Okay, awesome. Sorry if it's cutting out. Let me, 1 second. Forgot to get my phone prop here. It's cutting out a bit. All right. You keep losing connection. Okay, I have full bars. Cutting in and out. Huh. Okay. Let me just try to get us stable here. And now screen is frozen. I need to get better Wi-Fi apparently. Okay. I'm gonna start rocking here. Welcome Facebook Live. Hey you guys, feel free to post your questions into the group as we're going live. I do come back and answer them if I don't get to them through the broadcast. Excuse me. So welcome to November. I'm super excited. I love this time of year. Okay, thanks for all your feedback, guys. I'm glad to hear the pixelation's better on Periscope. And I'm gonna call my Wi-Fi provider and see if I can, yeah, Kim, that's, see if I can get better Wi-Fi. Kim mentioned that I'm blocking too much EMF in my home, and it's so funny you say that. Because if you saw my Instagram post yesterday, I took a picture of one of the 3 shipments I get every month, and one of them's from a company called Bulletproof. And you can't see my face. You guys are giving good feedback today. Now you have no sound. I don't know if it's mine or if it's some of yours. Okay, are we good? I'm good. Okay, thanks. I'm gonna keep rolling. So anyway, one of the things in my Bulletproof order box, thanks Jill, was this EMF blocker that Dave Asprey sells on the Bulletproof website. So that's where I order all my coffee and my coconut oil, my brain octane oil, my chocolate. It's all like upgraded ingredients, and I really trust the research he does around products. And one of the things that was in there was this, basically it's a unit you plug into your receptacle, ideally in the room that you're sleeping in, and it blocks a lot of the EMF from reaching your room, which can really disrupt your sleep patterns. So it's just funny that you said that. So anyway, let's get ready to rock. I have some fun things coming up this month personally. I don't know if any of you have any trips planned. I'm headed to Costa Rica next week with a whole bunch of dōTERRA diamonds and above. I've never been there before, so I'd love to hear if you guys have any tips or suggestions of places to check out, but I'm super excited. Me and my husband are going with no kids. So, wow. Blows my mind. That's even around the corner. And then I'm also, this month, you guys have heard me talk about this over the last few broadcasts, but I'm in creative mode for the month of November, creating my new program, Heyholfit 30. It's actually been in the works for the last couple months. It's a revamp of an old program I used to offer called Eat Clean, Get Lean. And this is going to be a complete lifestyle design program. And thanks for your Costa Rica tips. I'll hop back and check some of your comments out after the broadcast. So Heyholfit 30, I'm like in it. I'm messy with it this week. Daily workouts, personal development, new recipes, all designed to help you become the CEO of your body. And I met with a website designer yesterday. I'm really excited. I've let my website just kind of collect dust really over the last couple years as I've been in an extreme ramp up in my business. And you know, I actually like that helps some of you guys realize it's not about a fancy website or you know, a fancy webinar platform or anything. If you want to increase your reach online, what it's really about is being clear on your heart, your why, and communicating with your audience in a way that they feel that, right? And you can use Facebook and Instagram and Periscope and all these free channels today to really find your audience, right? So I met with this website designer yesterday, and I'm really excited. We've got some good stuff coming up, some good, you know, even for my team, I'll finally have a hub for them online. But one of the things I said was, what I'm all about is simple and easy. In everything I do, I promote health, but it has to be no drama. And I said, one of my other pillars is that I want to give more value into my free things than most people offer in their paid things. And that is what I believe really helps to build trust with your community, for them to really know your heart. And I encourage all of you who are in the beginning of maybe starting your own business or building your brand or trying to build your ideal audience, pack them with value and content. And this Q&A is an example of that. I love to do that with you every week. I love to come here and hang with you guys. And if I can help guide you in the areas of your health or in your business or using things like essential oils to take care of yourself, I'm here to do it, okay? So let's get started with questions. I only have 30 minutes with you guys today because today's actually an extreme pour out day for me. I have 3 Zoom sessions with different leaders this afternoon, groups, and so I need to stay on track today as best as possible. So I'd like to take 3 questions from the live group, and then I actually have an Evernote document going here with questions from previous weeks, so I'll come and hit it after you guys have asked your live questions. So I'm not going to speak to diseases or conditions using the oils, just to review that. When it comes to using essential oils, I'm going to guide you to the resources that will do that for you, because I, as per FDA guidelines, cannot virtually be recommending things that are for something where a drug exists. This is where we do the dance, okay? So I'd like to connect you to some resources so you can start to inform yourself. Number 1, when you're looking for what to use in many areas of your health, I want to point you to 2 books. Number 1, the Essential Life book, okay? You can get this through a lot of different websites. If you just Google the Essential Life, it's a great resource manual to have. It's actually propping up my iPad right now, or I'd show you the cover of it. You will want to have this in your home, because this is what's going to help you know what oils to use for basically all the millions of things that could come up in your life, okay? The second thing you might want to look up is an app called the Modern Essentials. I'm sorry, is that what it's called? Modern Essentials? Yeah. Modern Essentials is an app for your phone. It's probably about $7, but you can be on the go and just find what oil you'd like to use for what. And then, of course, we have a ton of resources available to us through dōTERRA. Now, dōTERRA is a very responsible, heart-led company. They're not going to be making disease claims through the content, but they are an education-based company. It's the reason it's the largest essential oil company in the world, because people get connected in with the right communities and the right product, and that's where life really starts to take off, right? So please reserve your questions about diseases or health conditions and start your journey of discovering how to become more of an advocate for yourself. Okay, barely started taking hydroxycut. and eating healthy and exercise, hopefully I'll lose weight. Please don't take hydroxycut. Not good. Increase your water, move your body every day, think positive thoughts, and eat 80% of your food that's, you know, whole, not out of a package. That's the best way to lose weight. Stephanie on Facebook asked, can you explain the difference between the On Guard lozenges and soft gels and when to use each? The On Guard lozenges and soft gels are the same thing. So can you clarify, Stephanie, which products you're comparing? Oh, okay. I want to take this question from Jenny. Okay. Somebody asked, did you find builders were already on your team? I'm going to jot a few of these questions down as they're coming in, you guys. Builders already came from on your team, referring to a dōTERRA business. Thoughts on Plexus? I have no idea what Plexus is. I know it's a network marketing company, but I don't really care what they do because I'm obsessed with what I do. Plexus, another question on Plexus. Is Plexus big in the States? It's not really here in Canada, but tell me why you're curious about Plexus. Hey, Ashley. How do you manage those interested in oils but don't want to attend classes, one-on-one or consuming? Okay, how do you manage those interested in oils but they don't have time to come to a class? You're a new follower. What do I do? Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't introduce myself. So I'm a holistic health and business coach, nutritionist, personal trainer, Presidential Diamond with dōTERRA essential oils. So a lot of the questions you're seeing here are a lot of the dōTERRA community coming to ask questions about natural healthcare or building their business. Okay, Facebook Live's got some great questions coming up. Let's take one more from Periscope. Oil scanners, what do you recommend? Yeah, iTovi's good. Did you make your Heyholfit worksheets for your team? I've made a ton of things for my team. I'm not sure which worksheet you've asked about. Zyto scanner, I'm not familiar with. I have an iTovi. I'll show you guys what it looks like. So this is the iTovi scanner. You guys may have seen these. It measures the frequency in the body. So you hold the two stainless rods to your hand and it scans you to ask you what oils your body's needing. It's super cool. Quite a few on my team have one as well. And it's really cool because it kind of reaffirms what you're probably already drawn to. How many of you have noticed that? And I find the results don't change for about a week or two. And then all of a sudden, you know, if you're not getting good sleep, you're not eating well or stressed, your reading will change. So it basically measures the essential oil frequencies against what your body is needing. So it gives you a little printout. How do you know it's accurate? How do you know anything's accurate? It works. You use the oil that it suggests and you see how your body feels. That's the only way to know something's accurate, right? Something I'm always going to be talking to you guys about is, what does a book or a doctor or someone else know about your body? You know it's accurate because it works, right? Have I ever trained for a half or full marathon? Only a half. I do not have a body engined for a full marathon. I actually think that can really put your body into a stressful state. So I don't coach on that. I used to run Couch to 5K programs, which I think are brilliant for people. All right. Okay, let's close it off there. I'm going to take these 3 questions that came through on Periscope, and then I'll come over to Facebook Live for another 15 minutes or so. Okay, so somebody asked, did I find builders that were already on my team? 100% yes. So for those of you that aren't totally familiar with dōTERRA as a business, I'll take that one too. How do you handle a business builder on your front line who isn't with the same business mindset? Online builder doesn't share. Okay, there. My mind loop is closed. Okay, ready to go. So with the dōTERRA business model, almost 90% of people in dōTERRA have never enrolled somebody. dōTERRA is almost at 4 million people. They'll probably hit at the start of the new year, 4 million essential oil users around the world. Now, of those, like I said, almost 90% of them have never enrolled a single person, which means doTERRA is heavily filled with essential oil users. Now, every once in a while, like many of you here, somebody becomes very passionate about sharing the oils with other people because they've changed their life. Perhaps they're looking for financial healing in their life. Perhaps they'd like to be a business owner for the first time without all the drama that being a business owner typically holds, okay? Meaning you don't have overhead, you hardly have any expenses, you can just start your business, and basically the only requirement to be a business builder building doTERRA is that you order 100 volume worth of personal use products every month. So basically, like, the stuff you're buying anyway for your own health and vitality sets you up to earn commission and build a business. So I think there's a lot of people who would like to build doTERRA as a business and be successful, but not all of them recognize that you have to be in it with consistency and passion, and you have to be prepared to let your heart speak and be prepared to give it 4 years. I mean, I have a ton of people on my team. We've only been growing for less than 3 years. I have a ton of people who are now making over 6 figures a year because we grew really quickly. However, I usually tell people, give it 4 years. Be consistent for 4 years and don't quit on yourself. So I think that of all the people who are considering doing it as a business, many don't get past the first hurdle, building a business. What is the first hurdle, in your opinion, you guys? What stops people from really building the business? Fear, absolutely. Themselves. So even though this opportunity is there for everybody, only 10% of people in doTERRA actually do it. So a lot of conversation on Periscope right now around fear, around blocks, around feeling like they need to be perfect. Maybe they're overwhelmed. Hannah said they're impatient. Impatience, absolutely. How many people look at doTERRA as a business and think, I'm just going to get rich quick? It cannot be about that, and actually you'll be repelled in this kind of business model if that's your goal. Your goal has to be to serve, has to be to pour your passion and your heart into people and to genuinely want to help people. You will be abundant because of that. So yes, I would say 100% of the people I work with who are builders on our team, we have about almost 3,000 of them, they all started off just using the oils. I don't think I have actually, and I discourage it, when somebody comes to me and wants to build the business, I don't let them right away. I want them feeling really good in their body. I want them to have a good couple months of using their oils and building up their own experiences, because that's going to be their secret sauce. So if somebody comes to me and says, I want to build a business tomorrow, I'm going to have a class on the oils, and they don't even have their oils in yet, red flag. So unless they've been following my journey and completely immersed in oil education for like a year, but they didn't get their oils yet, that would be like the only time I might give it a second look. But red flag, that doesn't work in doTERRA. It works with a majority of the other network marketing companies, because in those companies, people are looking to get rich quick and then hop on to the next thing. That doesn't happen here. So yes, look within your organization. That's where your best builders will be, because they are passionate examples of the lifestyle, right? Okay. How do you manage those interested in oils, but they don't have time to come to a class? Yeah. Okay, so somebody's interested in the oils because maybe they've emailed you to get info, but they every time you message them about your upcoming educational classes, they can't make it. The only reason somebody wouldn't make it to a class is that they actually don't find there to be value in the oils. So you just need to keep educating. Commit to educating without expectation. So let's say you've got this large market of people you've been talking to about the oils, but they haven't enrolled yet. They need more time with it, and I would invite you to think about your own journey here. So I don't know how many of you read your first post on oils and then got your kit the next day. It doesn't usually happen that way. I know for myself, back when I started using oils was like when it wasn't cool, like 10 years ago. And I just self-educated a lot of that. But when I first came across doTERRA, I took almost 6 months before I had a class. What do you do with people who you know, but their oils are off Amazon? Ooh, I love it. So I actually just commented on this on a post in my biz team. Somebody was asking, you know, about this mommy blogger who wrote a post about why she didn't choose dōTERRA. First of all, those people are like super boring. Only because like I'm in this business so much, right? Like I live it, I feel it, I'm in conversations with people all day long about this. So these people really bore me because they have no idea what they're talking about. But number one, what we do through the dōTERRA business model, you cannot buy off a shelf. So if somebody comes to your class and then decides to go buy their oils off Amazon, number one, they have no idea what's coming in that bottle. I actually saw a post once, a girl bought a bottle off Amazon and it came with it was a dōTERRA oil and it came with a Young Living lid. Black bottle, white lid, unsealed, no clue, right? So A, it's unsafe. When you have a bottle of essential oil, it's completely concentrated. So if you are not 100% sure what's in that bottle, don't use it. Like, use it maybe in your cleaning chemicals, maybe on your laundry balls. Don't be using this on your body if you bought it off Amazon. Number two, what do you think that person who just bought their oils off Amazon, what are they going to do when they have their first question? Maybe some of you have had people, Jen, you know, what has happened with some of these people that have bought off Amazon? When they have their first question about how to use the oils, what happens? They contact you. That's right. So what I would basically say is, here, I would give them a couple simple links to look at, but I would just let them know my time is so limited. I only really have time to take care of my dōTERRA community. Let me know if you're still interested in joining our community. Don't be pouring yourself into people that haven't deserved your time. Enough said there. I think like what you need to realize is that, yeah, they might be cheaper on Amazon, but what are you really buying by joining dōTERRA? You're getting the person that enrolled you. You're getting the community. You're finding your people. You cannot buy that. It's actually invaluable, right? So I would just have a script for dealing with people like that. They should not be really getting your time if they don't value your time. Bed Bath & Beyond is selling oils. That's frightening. All right, the third question from Periscope. So what do you do if you have a frontline builder who doesn't share the mindset? You move on. So the nice thing about dōTERRA is that you should actually never feel like you're stuck working with people. But the only way you can feel free with who you're giving your time to is you have to be somebody who's actively building your business all the time. You need to be enrolling and bringing fresh vibe into your team. So just because you have somebody on your front line, if they're not in it with you, you move on, you move down, you bring in fresh blood and you place it in that organization somewhere where you start to mentor that person. This is the most beautiful business in the world, you guys, because it is built off of helping people. There's not a single person on the planet that would not feel better with essential oils. Not a single person. So this is the business you're in helping people. Now, that needs to be matched by working with people you truly want to work with that are in action with you. Hey, Keely, yeah, my qualifiers are my front line, but I am actually starting to mentor the next generation up. So last month I had 2 personally enrolled gals go gold, and they're not on my front line. So over time, if my frontline leaders, I mean, I do set the bar high. I am somebody committed to that because I still actively enroll. I still do the things that people starting this business do. I still enroll between 10 to 15 people a month. What that means is when I see someone on my front line who is stagnant, who does not have growth coming into their business, it's because they're actually not modeling the things that they're expecting of their team. So you don't retire when you hit like platinum or diamond or the thing is for me, I'm a presidential diamond. This was actually the first month last month. I have 7 leaders on my front line who all hit their rank organically, platinum organic. And this is the first time that happened. So I actually hit presidential diamond organically this month, meaning I didn't need to enroll somebody and place them in order for my team to hit volumes. First time ever. The first time I hit Presidential Diamond was last December. So about 9 months later, I'm stable now. But I'm still enrolling because I know where my weaker legs are. And like you, we all have leaders who are going to hit a wall in their personal development. And really, at every single rank in doTERRA, I love the way that it measures. At every single rank, you must develop yourself to a different level to hit that new rank. You must. And sometimes you as an upline will be growing faster than the speed of development of your frontline leaders, which means you might be building their organizations for them. That will always show itself at some point, right? So be prepared for some of your leaders to hit their wall. And it's up to you as the leader to keep bringing in fresh. And the thing that really inspired me is the 2 girls that I personally brought into this business that are not my main qualifiers. That both hit gold last month. They did it all on their own. All on their own. They are in Diamond Club right now. It's a program doTERRA offers where they get out and they do a push with these parameters to really drive their business. I am so proud of these 2 because they did it on their own. There was no one above them because I'm their upline. I didn't need them to be at a certain rank, right? But they did it. So I wasn't pumping my own enrollments into their organization to help them hit it the way I might have done when I was first growing my business. So it's been really interesting because I'm 3 years into this and now I'm seeing that next generation of leaders rise up. We had some incredible growth last month. How many of you had a great month in your business if you're doing doTERRA? We had 3 new golds. We had 3 new silvers. I think we had about 15 premieres that hit. I mean, I think about the opportunity in doTERRA, it blows my mind, blows my mind. So I guess my last point here, and I'm going to take a couple questions off Facebook Live before I hop off. If you have been using your oils and loving them, and you've thought about building this as a business, first, just get really clear on who you want to help. Right on, Ash, 25% increase in volume last month. That's amazing. Be clear on who you want to help and know that you're unlimited here. And less than 1% of North Americans use doTERRA. So I don't know about you. Unless we have a major shift in access to natural health and complete government control, I don't see this opportunity going away anytime soon. So talk with the person who enrolled you. It's an incredible business. I freaking love it. I love my life. I love this business. I love being able to serve and impact people in the way that we can through this. So just my 2 cents on that. Let me take some Facebook Live questions. Would love for you Periscopers to hang out. I love you, Keely. Hey, Keely, are you going to Vegas for GoPro? Oh, I can get you a ticket, Keely, if you want one. We've got a couple extras, half the price of GoPro's website. All right. Hi, Sue. Congrats on premiere, girl. Awesome. All right. Yes, Tracy. So I'm going to see Tracy in Costa Rica and Vegas. Okay, yeah, message me. I'll connect you. I know a couple of the girls on my team had to sell their tickets. You saw us on video at the post-convention tour. Okay. Facebook Live. Couple questions here. Okay. Jenny asked, just wondering, how do you deal with self-doubt or second-guessing your path, especially when we're not getting the results we want? What are the suggestions? So I guess first of all, my thought goes to being patient with the process. And you know, for example, if you're looking to build your business, it's knowing it takes a good 4 years to really get something off the ground. Anyone who has owned a business before will tell you it took about 5 years at least before they even turn to profit, right? So it's really being prepared and knowing that this is likely what you're going to be doing your whole life. You want to come and add value?
Sure.
But second of all, it's noticing where you're being guided. Like, you're always going to be, if you're aware and quiet, you're always going to be guided towards what you need to learn to up level. You know, the development is in the mess, right? Like, if you feel like you're hitting a wall with certain things, it's time to up level yourself in that area. So, but self-doubt holds a lot of people back, Jenny. I think number one, it's knowing you need to believe in you. Like, no one else is going to believe in you enough for you to show up the way you need to. So it's really about practicing positivity and affirmations and knowing that you're entitled to this opportunity just like every single other person is. One of the things I really like to help people understand is what you are here to teach is what you've experienced. So I think what holds people back is they think that they need to be doing things as well as somebody else, right? And if you feel like you didn't teach a class like the person you saw teach a class, then you feel like you're not good enough. Well, maybe you're meant to teach a different kind of class. And maybe that's the class where you're going to really be in your flow because it's you're the expert in that area, right? So I think it's knowing that you can't compare yourself to other people. Don't look at what anyone else is doing. In fact, I would go through a month of just laser focus, not browsing Facebook. Don't look at what anyone else is doing and listen to what your heart's telling you. Let it guide.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi.
My husband's here. Any questions for dōTERRA?
Yeah, no, just to add to that point, like Anne just said, that just stay off the social media stuff, because I'm guarantee you probably 90% of your question comes from watching what others are doing on social media. And don't forget that everyone has a perfect life on social media and they want you to see the best of them. So if you're new and you start looking at that stuff and you think, well, I should be here by this time, that's not
so true.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. Just don't forget that you like, agree with me or not, I can see it now. I'm willing to bet that this question comes 90% from what you see people posting online on Instagram and Facebook and all that other stuff. And just block that stuff out, because like I said, like, no one wants to show you the class that one person showed up or no one showed up, and or the numbers that didn't meet your expectation that month, or they didn't. You just want to, I guess the bottom line is, I would just stay off that stuff and just focus on yourself. At least just try it. Try it for a week. Try it for 2 weeks, and stop looking at the people that you follow and the people that you want to give, what do they call them? Likes and fans or whatever that is. So just focus more on that, and don't look so heavily into that. So I may be wrong.
No, you're 1,000% right. People only show what they want you to see, number one, but second, it's really like, this is your business. Be selfish with it. Protect your time. Don't give your time by browsing what other people are up to, and don't compare yourself to somebody's like 10th chapter when you're only in chapter 1. We all have to go through the process, right? Some people just went through it long before you're seeing it. Okay, stick around.
Yeah.
You give good content. I gotta go in 5 minutes. Okay. Have you found a non-toxic and effective dishwasher detergent?
Many.
No. It's the one thing I haven't quite cracked the code on. He'll tell you he loves emptying the dishwasher and having like a rain shower come out, because we don't use like jet dry.
Put this in my eye in the morning.
You don't even really do the dishes, really. That's the one thing. We have roles. I empty the dishwasher. But I will tell you something I'm playing around with right now, and it's working 80% quite well. Put about a tablespoon of your On Guard cleaning detergent, cleaning concentrate, the liquid one. Put about a tablespoon of that into the compartment where you'd normally put your liquid stuff, and then add about a 1/4 cup of vinegar to the rinse part. I will sometimes add a couple drops of lemon essential oil in with the vinegar too. It's working really well, but your dishes will come out like they're wet, because you're not using jet dry or some toxic stuff on it. what is the best way to start your business when you do not have much money to invest? Well, the good news, Aaron, is dōTERRA is the most affordable business to start. With any business, if you want to live a different kind of life than most people have in a couple of years, you're going to need to know it's going to take an investment, a small investment of money, but an investment of your time and your development. So I know that in most of the network marketing companies, you have to begin with a kit of a couple thousand, and then your monthly order is often more than 100. It's only 100 in dōTERRA. In other companies, it's at least 200 to 300. So I would just be prepared to invest, redirect your spending, and make sure that what you're spending your money on is either moving your health forward or your development forward. I know when I worked for Starbucks for a long time, I would see multiple people coming in every day, 3 times a day, ordering venti coffees, venti frappuccinos, you name it. And I don't think that they really have the money to be doing that, but we get caught up in our habits, right? So I would relook at your habits and look at where you can shift. $5,000 to start a LuLaRoe business? Is that the leggings? Is it really $5,000? Oh, you're welcome, Erin. The scanner that I mentioned is called iTovi. I'll hold it here and here. And I can post a link for you guys. Actually, the lighting's really bad. It's iTovi. Any other questions? I'm just scrolling through Facebook Live. Jennifer asked, what do you do if a retail store approaches you to stock the oils, but they don't want a membership? It's a great business opportunity, not sure how to proceed. So they're going to want to open up a wholesale customer account at the very minimum. So if they don't want to actually earn residual income off of customers who come in who might want to purchase the oils at retail, at wholesale, then just set them up as a wholesale customer, because they're going to want to order all of the product they're selling at the store through their monthly LRP, because then they'll kind of double dip. The thing for a retail owner is the markup is not huge in dōTERRA. So typically they're used to a 50% margin. They're only going to get about 25% selling dōTERRA. So you want to teach them about LRP and earning free product that way. I like to approach retailers with a phase 1, phase 2 kind of thing. Phase 1 is you incorporate the oils on the shelf, see how they do. Phase 2 would be setting up the owner for residual by offering your own time to come and teach the community, do classes, and enroll them. Ashley said Chris with the truth bombs. All right, lots of comments. Okay, you guys, do you have anything else you want to share with them?
No.
No?
Any questions?
His approach is simple, but it works. Yeah, I'll type out the dishwasher recipe I've been using. Hey, Cassie, is my class TerPad for teaching classes available? Do you know what? It's a Google Doc. What I can do, I think I'm going to throw up, I liked my friend Sarah Jansen has a new section on her website offering free resources and coaching materials. So I'm going to create a tab on Heyholfit.com, and I will put some of those most popular resources I've created for my team up there, like the class worksheets and mentor questions and a few things like that. Phase 1 and phase 2 for businesses are the next scope. Sure, I'll take note of that. Catherine has an important question for you.
Well, like I said, if she does that, then I'm going to get a pair of white Velcro running shoes and start buying my jeans from the TSC store. So.
Don't be jealous, ladies. Retail. Okay, yeah, we'll do a scope on retail, how to integrate. I've learned some things along the way. Someone asked, last question, and then I've really got to go. How do you get your husband on board? How would you get me on board with an idea? I am the idea machine. This is just a funny question for us. I'm trying to think. Like I've never tried to get you on board. I think that you've always supported me.
Yeah, I think it's a tough question because, like, for us, because I've always trusted Ange that every and not to sound like that guy, but because I don't need to be kissing her butt anymore because it's been for so long, but I've always trusted in her decisions. She's always been able to put her mind to something and do it. So for us, it was never, for like myself, it was never a big deal for me to think, well, oh, don't do that, or I wouldn't look into it. But I would say, again, I always say it, for a guy whose wife is just starting out, like, he's just got to trust in you that this is what you want to do, and this is the route that you want to go. But you have to also show him that you're going to be committed to this 100%.
Yes.
You can't just go in 50% and say, oh, I want to try this. Can I take this much money out because I want to see how it goes? Because as a guy, you're going to be looking at that thinking, nah, because we're so black and white. So I think you don't have to convince them that you're going to be 100%, but you just have to show them in ways that are not talk, more action, that you are in this 100%, and you're going to start the business, and this is what you want to do. You don't have to go up with a list of excuses of why you want to start it, but just do your best to put everything you have into it, if that's what you want to do. If you know in your gut right now, if you're 100% into it, then you're going to do it. If you're only 75% and you have to convince your husband to do it, chances are it's not going to work. So just go in with a full of ideas and the discipline that you're going to do this 100%. So
I just thought of something. I'm reading your comments. Thanks, Chris. And Susan commented. I want to read what Susan wrote because it actually made me think of something. So Susan said, the best weapon is to be super clear and firm on why you are out there serving people. If you are shaky on this or can't verbalize it, you will be shaken by the pushback, whether it's from your husband or the people closest to you. So one of the things, I love that, Susan, and what I'd like to just comment on is think of your husband and your inner circle as the first practice round for telling people your why and what you believe, because that's what you're going to share with people at your classes over and over and over again. And the main reason, I'd say the only reason I've been successful and what I can speak to is I'm consistent. I'm really consistent. And like Chris said, he knows that about me. When I get behind something, I get in the weeds with it. I research it heavily. And when I've decided, he knows we've been together now for 15 years. He knows that when I'm in with something, I'm in. I'm loyal to it. I'm loyal to my vision. And I'm stubborn about it. Our little girl Emmy is very similar to me. We see it already. Like she's really stubborn. But I look at it and I'm like, yes, I know my daughter because I was her as a girl. Even when I am passionate about something, I have always let my heart kind of lead, and I'm not easily convinced. I'm open. I'm open to feedback. I'm open to suggestions from other people, but I always come back to quiet and listening to my heart and letting that guide. And Chris knows that about me. So maybe this is an opportunity if you're looking to have your husband or your family, whoever it is, be more supportive of you. It's being honest about why you're doing this, who you believe you're here to help, and speak numbers. Men, a lot of men are driven by the numbers.
They want to see the numbers. Yeah. Like I said, we're so black and white, but just, what the hardest part probably, and I've heard it from a lot of people, is just be proud of what you're doing. And when your husband or your in-laws or whoever is like, well, what are you doing? Just keep in mind that they're from the mindset of like that whole 9 to 5, 7 days or 5 days a week sort of mentality, and just stick to your guns and be evident that this is what you want to do, and don't, you're going to get criticism. That's the other thing. People are going to criticize you. People are going to ask you and be like, oh, what's this,
Sorry. Water.
Are you done?
Water went down the wrong.
So people are gonna look at you and they're gonna ask you, oh, what's with the oil things, and what's, what do you do? The people that ask those questions, they don't really care. They're just talking to talk. I always like to say that to Ange. Like, sometimes people just like to talk. Don't let that discourage you. Just always remember that a lot of people just want to hear themselves talk, and they don't really care what you're doing. So get over those people and just keep moving forward and just keep pushing forward to what you want to do. Like I said, in your heart, in your gut, that you want to do this, and if this is what you want to do, then do it. You know, it's not like you're, you know, committing a whole bunch of money and you don't have to go back to school or university or whatever to do it. Just take a run at it and do the best you can. But like I said, the biggest part is don't get discouraged by people who are, well, what are you doing now? Or what does those oils mean or whatever. Those are the people you don't want. Just push them out. They're not going to help you at all.
But I'd also like to say they're actually helping you get clear. So when somebody is when you feel resistance with somebody, they're actually kind of teaching you what you need to be clear on, because you will become less defensive, and you'll allow these experiences, these people will just kind of pass in and out of your radar the stronger you are in your conviction about your why. Yeah. So, you know, welcome them in that sense, because they're giving you feedback on what you need to develop a stronger muscle in. So, all right, gotta go. I gotta go. Okay. Thank you.
See ya.
All right, you guys, I'll close out now. You can find, I've been uploading these Q&As to a YouTube channel. So if you go to Heyholfit on YouTube, you'll actually find a playlist of Q&As. If you ever want to, you know, crush a Saturday of just listening to some of these weeks, I think a lot of great conversation comes out during this time together. So I appreciate you guys showing up live and adding your value and your questions. I will not be on next week because I will be in Costa Rica. So I'll be back with you guys in 2 weeks. Mwah. We'll see you later.